Welcome back to another episode of Our Wandering Adventures, and today we're actually going to be building the Skorva mid-beam bed. Now, what we did probably 3 or 4 days ago was we got the brackets. So for anybody that doesn't know about the Skorva bed frames that you buy from IKEA, which is these things here, there's actually a mounting plate if you want to put them on wood. Now, here's the deal. If you ever buy them from IKEA, don't expect to buy the mounting plates, because you cannot buy them from them unless you buy a bed. Who knows what that bed actually is if these are not the actual bed. So just a little hot tip, if you want those mounting brackets, you actually have to buy them online. So what we've discovered, or we've decided to do, is that on the actual the beams, if you have a look at this here, there's basically it's a little hook and then there's a recess. So the thinking is that we're going to actually take the end of these and cut the recess in, drill a couple of holes here, mount them straight onto the actual edge of the sides of the bed, because the plan for us is we're going to actually run them long ways, even though in most of the ideas they run them lengthways. And the reason why we're not too particularly bothered is because we're actually going to use plywood on the top. So we'll use structural plywood with holes cut out. So today the plan is to fix the bed sides to the walls, and then the next step is to recess those Skorva mid-beams into the actual bed sides. Now while I do that, you'll see in the background Talia's putting some more of the sound deadening on the actual wheel arches. And we'll talk about that in another episode. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so what we've done is we've taken the first side, which is this piece of wood here. Now, measurements wise, just give you a bit of an idea, if I can just have that tape back to there. We're going with a piece of wood which is about 280 high by roughly 18 mil thick. Now the reason for that is because when we put it onto the wall, Talia wants to be able to get about 80 mil up at least, probably closer to 90 mil, so that she can actually fit her bike underneath. But what this will do is allow us to actually go further up, and then I think create a bit of space underneath as well, so that the bed will sit, because the bed's going to be about 20 mil on top. So we'll still have maybe 800 mil, 700 mil, 800 mil to the roof. And the other plan is that we're going to have, if you can probably see here, a skylight. Yes, a skylight there at the back there, so we can actually hop up and hop through onto the roof when everything's all said and done. All right, so now we're going to cut these sides to match. All right, this is the warning moment. So we're using the Zito circular saw and red hot tip. Make sure that you read the instructions. I'm a typical bloke, but today is not that day for me to be the dumbass that doesn't read the instructions. So it's been many years since I've used a circular saw, so I'm just getting familiarised with this particular brand. So let's see how it goes. So the plan is I want to cut somewhere around here so that I can use that guide to get it square. Now obviously I have my safety vehicle on. Don't try this at home, kids. on, so I'll take the battery out. I'll adjust that just a little bit. That cut way too easily. That was like cutting through butter. So now take that back out again. But did you die? No, I didn't die. So the idea now is to measure it down to okay. Alright, so I'm measuring this to cut on the outside of the edge. Hopefully that puts the thickness of the blade on the outside of the edge. So, here we go. Still leaves me a bit of room to take an edge off. Yeah. So far, so good. Okay, well that's what you do when you're a little bit stubborn and you don't want to wait for the Skorva mid-beam brackets. Now, actually I think we've got a better idea anyway. So what I've done is I've cut grooves out of them, and what we'll then do is we'll screw in 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way around, hold them down. Still need to adjust a couple, but then over the top of it we're going to put structural ply anyway, and then that's it for another episode. See you tomorrow.